There we go, an absolute classic track from Hairspray. And in the studio today, we are joined by the lovely Beth. In the middle, the rose surrounded by two thorns that are Luke and
the bigger thorn, apparently.
yeah, the other one, Tony, who broke my heart during that number. But hey ho, we won't talk about that anymore.
Honestly, I had you in as the king, and I've got Adelaide picking on me.
No, I mean let's go back to Adelaide. No, Adelaide. You know, how long have you been putting up with Nathan Detroit in the show?
For 14 years.
That's how long you've been engaged, isn't it? I mean,
Absolutely,
there's
yeah.
no excuse. I mean,
No
you
excuses.
know, what does Beyonce say? You know,
If you like it, then you better put a ring on it.
better put a ring on it.
Well,
You've had
there
time,
you
Nathan.
go then.
Fantastic. Now, how have rehearsals been for this show, Luke?
Well, before I started, because this is my first production with Tinker's Farm, before I did this, I felt confident acting and
Yes.
singing, and I think the dancing was the one I felt the least confident with of the three.
Okay.
I probably should have said that before I went in, because I am probably in about 7 or 8 dance numbers, but I'd
You're
say that...
smashing them.
Bless you, thank you. I
You
mean,
are.
this is probably the most I've ever been, and I don't mean this in necessarily a negative sense. This is the most I've felt challenged dancing-wise,
Sure.
and it feels very fulfilling that I seem to be mastering it.
Yeah.
And it's sort of been nice in a way. It's sort of helped me come out of my shell a bit with that, really. So that's been a nice experience. Also, as I say, my first production with Tinker's Farm, and obviously when I started off in January, when we started rehearsing, didn't know anyone, new experience, and it's been really, really nice just over time, just to I can't spot a specific moment where I properly settled in.
Sure.
It was just like a gradual thing over time, and as we, and as I saw how talented everybody was and how welcoming everybody was.
And Tony.
And Tony, of course, yes. When I, just over time, it's gradually grown, and it's been a really nice experience to just, to work with this team. And the rehearsals have been really fun, and there's been that balance between, having a laugh,
Sure.
but also, because ultimately this is something we're doing in our spare time, and we want to be enjoying ourselves. But
You
Emma,
want the best show possible as well, so
Absolutely.
it's still hard work, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think everyone realises how talented people have to be and how
Yeah.
committed people have to be when they follow, the hobby that is musical theatre or local theatre, because there is so much work that needs to be done because it's a paying audience, and
yeah, well, that's the sort of mentality that a lot of us have had as well. And
Yes.
I think Emma and Si, they've done a very good job at pushing us the right amount, not in a way that's made us feel uncomfortable,
No.
in a way that, they haven't been afraid to encourage us to aspire to
Yeah, to
have
better
a high quality
ourselves.
Sure.
production.
Yes,
yeah.
yes, indeed.
And if they hadn't, I've grown as a dancer, for example. I mean, that'll be up to the audience to decide. And if you don't agree, please just don't tell me. But
please write your answer on a postcard. It'll be fine. Now, Beth, obviously, as a society goes or as a company goes, Tinker's Farm are always working as well. So, what are the plans after this musical for Guys and Dolls? What's next on the agenda?
Yes, so our future plans are that we then move to, we have a couple of weeks break from the finish of Guys and Dolls, and then we will be starting to look at rehearsals for a musical concert which will be taking place in November.
Fantastic.
And then we will be launching audition dates and adverts for our October comedy play, which is going to be The Vicar of Dibley this
Brilliant.
year.
I mean, that is an absolute classic, and we've had a few people come in who've done productions of that in the past on the green room to talk to us, and
Yes.
it's such a fantastic
so
play.
exciting, yeah.
And then, obviously, once Christmas goes, then we will be starting auditions and rehearsals for next May's production, which is going to be The Producers.
The producers,
exciting.
fantastic, such a cracking show, so funny, and just so many great bits about
Yeah.
that show. Apart from what is it, Springtime for Who? We won't mention his
No.
name, so but no, it is Comedy Gold, The Producers. So again, that will be another busy production. So anyway, I'm going to go over and to another Guys, but not Guys and Dolls this one. Anybody think of another show that's got the word guys in?
Ooh. Is it
Five
Five Guys
Guys.
Named
There
Mo?
you go.
Oh yes.
Absolutely. But this is an advice to your good self, Beth, to Adelaide. So
Go
this is
on.
perhaps what Adelaide should have been better off. This is safe, sane, and single.